want to start up a campaign since there's no real good lobbies open for me to use. So, welcome to Ruse Campaign.
Canaris moved. Taken to Colditz Castle. Over. Could you repeat that? Over. Nightingale. Nightingale.
Why the hell are we cooling our heels here? I figured it was Sheridan running the show. We'd be in Berlin, kissing the Fräuleins by now.
Because the general said so. You don't go second guessing 3 stars.
Uniform. Yeah, but why here? I thought we were gonna go meet the Ruskies at the L.
Rumor says there's a VIP we gotta get out of the Nazi jail. Doc Flash figured if we want it done right and done fast. Oh, Sheridan. You wanna draw 4? Show me the ace.
Come on, I got an ace. Give me 4.
Show me a goddamn ace.
Audio's behind.
At ease. The rest of the army will move it out.
My fucking game's
Side
bugged.
mission. Penetrate the German lines at Leipzig. Secure Colditz Castle. Yesterday. Speed is of the utmost importance. We cannot give her interrogators time to take certain measures. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Hey, Kowalski. I bet you didn't even have a face card.
Ah, hell, General.
I appreciate you doing this, Joe. You know she's here. Colditz Castle. Right across the other side of the city. It's too bad for Leipzig. Not time to go around. Indeed. The clock's our worst enemy now. Are you sure you can do this? I got as much reason as you to find out who's behind this. Let's roll.
Alright, the first few parts are probably just going to be a tutorial. Actually, they are. I'm probably going to play a few missions in just to get some good content other than what to do. Or at least you get the introductory on how to play the game if you're new to stuff like this. So, can we cut this? No, we can't. Alright. Cinematic view it is.
The troops are waiting for your orders, Joe.
Oh, fuck. Wrong button.
Forward. Straight ahead.
These are super Pershings, which sadly I don't have. In the game, heavy units, there's two different, there isn't really a fog of war. One second, there might talk.
Sir, the Pershings are waiting for orders.
You'll have to clear the south bank of the river for the light divisions.
Okay, in the game, there's two different, okay, there is no fog of war. Really, you know where the enemy's units are unless they're in the woods or in a town square. Or radio silence. Those are the only 3 instances where you won't see units. These are aircraft.
Sir, I should remind you that
These are tanks of some variant.
going to want them back.
And these could be anything from anti-aircraft, infantry, to AT
Clear the
guns.
southern side of the bridge for the light infantry.
Sir, the field artillery battalion is opening fire.
When you first start out on Ruse, I highly recommend you do a playthrough of the campaign because it'll go through and introduce you to a lot of the more basic mechanics, and it'll let you get used to the rock paper scissors counter system that they got going in the game on a more friendly kind of level. It's way more forgiving. Then once you do that,
Heavy tanks should be very effective against their
you
defenses.
can do a couple games against an AI, but I recommend you go straight into multiplayer. If there's no multiplayer, then I guess you can go with AIs. That's only if you really want to get good. If you don't, that's fine. Just play against AIs.
Take care of them.
My internet was crappy for most of the time that I actually had this game, so the AIs are all I fought. I've fought them enough to know what they'll make, when they'll make it, what they'll do with it. I know the ins and outs of them. I haven't played them in a long, long time though. But I find that the knowledge from playing on multiplayer helps me a lot when fighting the AIs. They're not.
Allied paratroopers incoming, General.
Look at this. You can even zoom in and watch them fall.
We have to hurry, General. Our agent in Colditz is the only one that knows what's going on.
Eventually, they'll make it more complex.
Rush Colditz Castle. We'll take care of the rest.
Kind of worried about the last mission. I'm gonna do an entire playthrough of this over the next week or so. So look forward to more videos from this because I can't get very much good multiplayer content because the game's kind of fizzing out. This has been removed from Steam. I can't find it on Gamersgate. The best place to find it is Amazon. There you could probably get some keys for it, but there's no real new players. There's the same player base coming around every time, and they don't really stray away from anything but FFAs from what I've noticed. 3v3s aren't really a norm anymore, or 4v4s for that matter. So if you really want to get good, first start out with this to learn the basic mechanics and other controls.
Has ordered the bombing of the city.
Then go and do a couple rounds with some AIs to try and get the rest of it down, and then you go into multiplayer. When you're in multiplayer, I suggest you go for 1v1s first to try and get your level up. And make sure you complete the campaign because people are really finicky about levels for some reason here. I'm gonna get hit by tigers up here. I think these might be Panzer Fives.
Sir, we have reports of an enemy battalion of heavy tanks.
Find them and destroy them. They're going to try to relieve Colditz.
Sir, heavy tanks incoming.
Should I let the Jacksons? No, they're not gonna move up.
Our fighter bombers are underway, sir.
In this game, there isn't. It's pretty straightforward. It's a rock paper system setup. You counter tanks with either bigger tanks or some kind of air or anti-tank guns, or the infantry if you can get them close enough.
Brilliant
Uh,
work. Here we are.
okay,
Now
back to
let's see if
cutscene.
you're fast enough. It's our last chance to discover Prometheus's identity. That bastard cost us a lot of good men.
Oh my arse. All right. Hopefully the audio sounds like it's matching up.
Good God. Angie,
Yeah, it's fixed itself.
what happened?
Andrew, I was afraid the next friendly face I saw would have wings and a heart. It was the fellow with all the stars.
Joe Sheridan, U.S. Army.
Very pleased to meet you, General. I have bad news, Andrew. He killed Canaris.
Damn.
I spoke with him first, but he was in bad shape. I couldn't get Prometheus's identity, but I do know where he is.
Where?
Torgau. Prometheus has some sort of unfinished business there.
I don't give a damn where he is. I'll follow him to hell if I have to. A lot of boys went home in pine boxes, all because of Prometheus. Ever since way back in Tunisia. Kessel.
Herr General von Richter, they have a message from Field Marshal Hubbard. He greatly appreciates your part in the offensive and wishes to promote you to corps commander. Congratulations, Mynheer.
What for? We had all the details of their strengths and positions. A child could have done it.
The Field Marshal's intelligence services were quite accurate.
Not Rommel's spies. Canaris. That source he calls Prometheus won the battle. What hour?
Get the wounded out of the sun. Check the dead. There's NR for water and ammo. Who are you?
Colonel Campbell, Military Intelligence, War Office. Who are you?
Major Sheridan. Joe Sheridan.
I thought Colonel Hodge was the senior ranking officer.
Haven't seen him in 6 hours, sir. Have found pieces of his jeep, though.
What about Lieutenant Colonel Hampton?
Gee, sir, let me put it this way. He's going home in a soup can.
Well, let's bump to you then, Major. I have orders to rally any man with 2 arms, 2 legs, and a gun. For what purpose, sir? To hold the line. While we're waiting for reinforcements.
That's nuts. By tomorrow evening, the entire German army's gonna fall on Kasserine. That's where we need to hold the line.
You don't have to convince me of that. But you've only got rifles against Rommel's 21st Panzer Division. I don't see how you're going to get from here to that.
There is a way. Let me show you.
We received a signal from an anti-tank battalion isolated just north of Spiva, 4 less here.
I see. And from there, you're only half a day from Kasserine. With a little luck, you can get there before the Germans do.
Exactly. I've been trying to reach headquarters for hours to tell them that, but no luck.
That's bold. Not the shy and retiring type, are you? For what it's worth, I represent headquarters here, and I say we do it. Let's meet up with those gunners. Any unit we can pick up is a blessing.
All right. 1 second. I was cleaning my glasses. All right. So, I never use this myself, but we can pull up that's a little description. GIs mostly inexperienced, could count on modern automatic armament, Grand Carbine, M1, bar, etc. To bring heavy, although inaccurate, fire upon the enemy. Same applies for close combat. Mark II grenade allowed them to saturate in positions with deadly fragments. So, GIs are pretty average light troops. So we're gonna have to move up quickly to engage these guys.
Sir, there's a lot of enemy infantry ahead.
These guys have 40. We have 20.
4 against 2 should be easy enough, Major?
We're actually pretty weak compared to them. Not to mention the fact we don't even have all of our weapons.
Bravo! But the men still have a hard road ahead. They reacted quickly. The enemy is massing in front of Spiva. Hurry, before they outnumber us. Enemy patrols! Hit them while they're spread out.
Alright, so we've cleared Spiba.
Excellent. Spiva isn't far now.
Let's move up to Spiba.
Where's the anti-tank force? What's going on?
Oh no!
Major, 2 enemy tanks approaching.
Armor.
Well, we fucked. We're dead.
Sir, the anti-tank regiment has just made contact. They're engaging the enemy army.
Presto! They both explode.
Like I said. Don't count your chickens yet, Major. It's about to get interesting.
What is it? A battle group of the 21st Panzer Division beat us to Spatla, and the rest of the division will be following shortly.
As far as we know, it has both infantry and armor components. You see, the large markers indicate armor, the smaller ones...
As I explained earlier.
Got it. The 1st Armored's advance guard will be approaching our left flank.
They'll slow the 21st Panzer while we get to Kasserine.
Major, the anti-tank regiment has placed itself under your command.
The AT guns must stay at a safe distance from their target, Major, or they'll be exposed to return fire. Look out, Major. More enemy armor inbound.
The remaining tank has taken cover behind the building, sir.
Move your AT guns forward, Major, if you want to get a good angle on that armor. Remember,
I'm gonna try and cover.
can take out the tanks, and the best thing against the enemy infantry is our own.
Let's try and snipe him from here.
So far, so good, Major. But the clock is ticking. We have to clear Spikeler in order to reach Kasserine.
Here comes the first armored.
They'll buy us some time to reach Kasserine, Major. Don't waste it.
Damn. They've occupied the town.
The anti-tank guns will have a hard time getting an angle on that armor.
Oh, they won't, because they're coming at us. Alright, so notice how I've spreaded. Yeah, whatever. Notice how I've spread my units out so that I can cover multiple vectors. That's why they couldn't hurt me that good. And they're going to throw their infantry at me, and I'm going to swarm them. In the meantime, I'll move my AT up from the rear. Why am I getting 10?
Very good. The road to Kasserine is wide open. Let's hurry. Let's get to Kasserine before the entire 21st falls on our heads.
Let that guy catch up later as soon as he recovers from being routed. If you haven't noticed, routed units will not take orders. They will stand there and do nothing.
These tanks in the way, sir.
Eventually, they will recover. Then they'll be able to return to their duties.
The first armored can't hold out, Major. We must get to Kasserine before the Germans break through their lines.
So I think that's all the tanks. Let's rush them with infantry. Because I'm cocky, I'm just going to send them there. Should be a pretty easy push from here on out. They are incredibly outnumbered. Their forces aren't even trying to push. I'll hold my tank guns off for a second. I want to make damn sure that thing dies. I don't want to lose any one of these because I need to carry. I don't know if my units carry over or not. Oh, lost a GI. Don't know why, but I lost a GI. Don't know why, but I lost a GI. That rhymes. Ooh, I got a bonus.
First armored pull back in order, Major. Well done.
I'm going to check my time. I want it to be at least 30 minutes long.
Excellent, Major. Kasserine is ours.
It's going to I can't think of the word. Transition missions. I think that's the word I want. 9 minutes. How long am I gonna? We'll stop it here. This is Ruse Campaign. Pretty good teaching medium to start out the game on. Highly recommend it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe for more. Bye.